Let me talk about something many professionals feel but hesitate talking about out loud. Now, loyalty in your career doesn't always lead to growth. Now, that can sound harsh because we are taught something very different. Stay committed, stick with the organization, give your best consistently, and over time it will pay off. And sometimes it does, but not always in the way people expect. And here is why. Organizations don't grow people simply because they've stayed. They grow people based on where they see future value, and those two things are not always aligned. Let me explain. When you stay in the same place for a long time, you become deeply reliable. You understand the systems, you know how things work, people trust you. But over time, something else can happen quietly. You become associated with a specific role, a specific context, and a specific way of operating. And while that makes you valuable, it can also make it harder for others to imagine you differently. I've seen professionals who have spent years in the same team, delivering consistently, being dependable, being the go to person. But when a new opportunity opens up, a different role, a larger responsibility, their names doesn't come up first. Not because they're not capable, but because people struggle to see them outside their current role. Now, contrast that with someone who has moved across roles, taken on new challenges, or worked in different environments. They may not always be better, but they're easier to imagine in a new position because they've already been seen in a different context. Now, this is the part that's rarely discussed. Loyalty builds trust, but growth often requires repositioning. And if you stay too long in one place without changing how you are seen, you become very valuable, but in a very narrow way. So the question is not just am I loyal to the organization, it's also am I continuing to evolve how the organization sees me? Because careers don't just grow on commitment alone, they grow when people can see your relevance for what comes next. Thank you.